So let's talk about as far as being involved with Dope House, the second generation Dope House that they had going on. How what were you involved with any? Did you have any relationship with any other Dope House artists besides Rashid?
Well, when I was in 21st Century, yeah, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I knew a lot of people already, from that would be like around the circle and stuff. But I started like meeting more people as like as I started doing shows outside of the DFW area. I started doing a lot of shows in Houston, San Antonio. So I got to meet people like Low G. You know what I'm saying? I met Low G. I got to meet people like Juan Gotti. I got to meet people. I met Lucky a few times. But I would say, for the most part, yeah, Bash. I met Bash, Graham. But Bash is one of the people I still chop it up with. Gotti, I talked to him the other day, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, bro, like I just be on to different things now. You know what I'm saying? So ever since I left 21st Century, it's just kind of like I try to focus on okay, well let's work on a new chapter of this.
So whenever you left 21st Century, and I know this is something that you don't want to talk about, and we don't have to get into it in detail, but is this the time when you had to relocate to Mexico, or was it years after, or what exactly happened between that gap?
From leaving 21st Century.
Correct.
Okay. Well, just to be clear, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no problems. Like, I don't mind talking about it because, like I said, bro, it ain't no big deal. It's just, was it because of that? I would say not. It's just, between that gap is just, I had I was just somewhere ducked off on the beach. You know what I'm saying? Just like thinking a lot of shit over. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, well, this and that ain't right. You feel me? I just noticed a few things weren't right. So I just decided, for myself, it's like, it's better, I do my own thing independently, and it had been a few years, like I said, I had been a member of 21st Century since late 2011. So for me to make that decision in 2017, it was a big choice for me,
Yeah. So whenever you left, did you stop making any music? And the reason I ask this is because, again, I know you're in Mexico right now, and we'll get into more detail as far as the music you're working out there. But did you stop doing any music like right away, or was this something that you had to take a long break trying to figure things out there in Mexico?
Oh nah, hell nah, bro. Nah, I ain't took no breaks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, my relocating process, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? I left for a few months. I was away for a few months. But me, I'm ready for anything, bro. Like, I got music. I got a lot of music backed up. I have a lot of music that's not even out. Like, I have a lot of crazy shit that is not out. So as soon as I relocated, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already had a mixtape ready to drop. So my first mixtape, as soon as I came over here, my first mixtape, yeah, it was ready to go. So I'm talking about I dropped it real quick. So that dropped, and that was doing pretty good. And then towards like right before I left 21st Century, I dropped another mixtape, and then after that, independently, I dropped two more mixtapes, which were collab mixtapes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. As far as, since we're getting more into your music now, how would you describe your style? It's to me, it's like an aggressive style, but in your eyes, in your ears, how would you describe the style of the music that you put out?
Man, you know what? That's crazy. A lot of people have told me that it's a little aggressive, and when people hear my music, they're like, "Hold on, that don't sound like you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like when you talk, your voice is a little deeper, but when you rap, it's like a little like the tone is a little higher because I guess I raised my voice a little bit. So, but I would say it's a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the artist. I don't be rapping like I'm reading my lyrics. Like I actually like to spit the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling my shit because when you saying some shit that you feeling that is real, like that shit you just be going off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So okay. So let's talk about the difference in culture. So you're currently in Mexico, like we said. What is the main difference in hip hop culture in Mexico compared to what you had going on out here in Texas?
Well, you know what, man? I hadn't been here for that long of a period of time as I am right now, so I really had to, really study this shit, peep the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to peep game because like when you back home, they paint it to you like as a stereotype, like oh ain't nothing out there, But people don't realize all the big labels they have their offices like here just like they do back home. Like there's a lot of, especially right now, man. Like if you go look at the numbers on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you want to look at, like the highest streaming numbers of like for the artists, they're mainly from Hispanic artists. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Spanish trap, you look at this and that, and I always thought like, oh, they probably do like some different shit, But I got here and you got people doing like modern day like trap music just like you would back home. So there is a little difference. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of like groups that they still do battle rap. They still like to like stick to the lyrics and to the bars and like all that type of shit. But you got other new shit over here too. And I've gotten the chance to work with a lot of dope producers out here for my future projects, bro. So I would say there is a slight difference in the culture, like music wise, but as far as staying up to date, they're not falling behind, bro. There's a lot of talent out here.
So and now it's I don't know how long you've been out there, but as far as when you first went over there, how hard was it to be able to make music, to be able to find producers, to be able to find a studio, to be able to find somebody to shoot your videos? Talk to us about that process and how you went about finding basically your team, so to speak.
Okay. Well, as far as the process goes, like finding studios and all that, like it wasn't too hard, because like as long as you're willing to invest in yourself, there's people out there willing to take that from you. You know what I mean? Like you got some money to spend, they're gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
But with me, it was more of like not really like the trusting part of the whole process, like trusting people. It was more of like I was already kind of used to like doing stuff on my own because when I was back home, like for the most part, like I was recording myself if I wasn't at the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like I never let me not being in the studio be a part of the issue, So, and I've always had like a lot of dope, like, engineers that know how to mix and master. So as soon as I got here, it's like, okay, well, I have my microphone, I have my laptop, I don't really need too much, for me to make it work in order as far as making music still goes. But a few years, a few months went by. I started building, like I started networking, like going like to events. I started getting booked out here, and I pretty much linked up with some real dope cats out here. I'm actually at one of their studios right now. We're looking at what you're looking at right now. We're at the OC Da Youngin record studio, so they're really doing their thing out here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So let me ask you this now. Being out here in Texas, especially the Dallas area, the Houston area, there's a certain style of music that you're used to hearing from Texas artists, so to speak. You'll have your swinging and bang and your sipping lean.
Yeah.
It's the same style. Being that you were relocated to Mexico, what was your first step like as far as putting the song together? Were you trying to reach the Mexico fans, or were you trying to reach the fans that you had back at home, or how are you going about structuring your music and structuring your future projects?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, my main focus, I gotta reach out to my original market. That's what was more important for me. Like I still gotta make the music that people know me for. They want to hear that ignorant shit. I'm known for that. So they want the bullshit, man. So I gave them the bullshit. But being over here, I realized like, the people like that. You know what I'm saying? But what's really working out here is like, a little more commercial. You know what I mean? So I'm still on the bullshit, man. Y'all gonna still hear that, but y'all gonna hear like some different shit too. I got some Spanish shit coming. Like I got a lot of dope shit coming, bro. You're gonna hear a lot of different shit.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's gonna be my next question. Are you working on any Spanish project to sort of establish yourself as a Mexican artist out there in Mexico, or is this something we're gonna hear maybe a track or two in Spanish on your regular mixtape, or how are you going about that?
Yeah. Well, first off, man, I'm real thankful for, being out here. Like it's nothing like what people like, it's not what people say it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess, some people, they're from like other